Now I'm going to continue with the third part of the chapter matter. Now we are going to study about the transformation of the matter from one form to another. So there are different processes by which a substance can be transformed from one form to another. First process is melting. Melting is also known as fusion. Now in melting, it is a process of conversion of solid into its liquid state at a particular temperature on heating is called melting or fusion. When you are going to heat a solid, the molecules of the solid gain energy and they become active. Then they try to overcome the intermolecular forces of attraction between them. So they vibrate vigorously and break up the intermolecular force of attraction. And with that, the intermolecular spaces increases. So they get transformed from solid to liquid. And this transformation takes place at a particular temperature. Every substance, every solid has its own temperature for which they are going to be transformed from solid to liquid. So the temperature at which a solid changes into liquid is called its melting point. So melting is a process in which solid changes into liquid state, and melting point is the temperature at which solid changes into a liquid. As one of the example is that ice, which is in the solid state, changes to water, which is a liquid state, at 0 degrees Celsius only. This is a particular temperature at which ice changes into water. Now the reverse process of melting is known as freezing. What is freezing? The process of conversion of liquid into its solid state, again at a particular temperature on cooling, is called freezing or solidification. So the other name of freezing is solidification. So in order to change from solid to liquid, substance or solid has to be heated. In order to change from liquid to solid, the substance has to be cooled because it gives out the heat energy. Then only it will change from liquid to solid. Again, the freezing point of all the substances are fixed. So the temperature at which a liquid freezes to become a solid is called the freezing point of the liquid. So the freezing point is the temperature and freezing is a process. As for example, water, which is liquid, changes into ice, which is solid, at 0 degrees Celsius on cooling. Now have you noticed one thing? The melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius and the freezing point of water is melting point of solid is 0 degree Celsius and the freezing point of water is also 0 degree Celsius. So as soon as the temperature reaches to 0 degree Celsius, solid will start melting. As soon as the temperature changes to from higher to lower temperature on giving out the heat energy, so as soon as it reaches to 0 degree Celsius, water starts changing into ice. Now you have the third process, which we call it as boiling or vaporization. So when a liquid is heated So what is actually boiling? The process of conversion of liquid into its gaseous state at a particular temperature on heating. So it is a must for you to write in the definition at a particular temperature on heating. So these words are essential for you to write. Is called boiling or vaporization. So when a liquid is heated, the molecule again gain more kinetic energy. Then they again starts moving faster. Intermolecular force of attraction keeps on decreasing. Intermolecular spaces keeps on increasing. So liquid then changes into the gaseous state. Again, the temperature at which the liquid changes or liquid boils and changes into the gaseous state is called the boiling point. As you know, water changes into steam at a particular temperature 100 degree Celsius. So what is boiling? It is a process. And what is boiling point? It is a temperature at which liquid changes into the gaseous state. Now the reverse process of boiling is called condensation. So what is condensation? The process of conversion of vapor or the gas into the liquid state at a particular temperature on cooling is called condensation. So if you want to change the gas into the liquid state, you have to cool it. And it takes place at a particular temperature for every substance. And the temperature at which a vapor or gas changes into the liquid state is called the condensation point. As again, for example, taking the example of water, steam gets converted into water at 100 degrees Celsius only. So now again you see the boiling point of water and the condensation point of water of the steam is same, that is 100 degree Celsius. So boiling and condensation are reverse process of each other. Now till now I have told you that in melting or fusion, solid changes into the liquid state by absorbing heat energy. And in boiling, it changes from liquid to gaseous state, again by gaining heat energy. But some substances do not undergo the liquid state. They directly change from on heating. They directly, or at room temperature also, they directly change from solid to gas. They do not pass through the liquid state. Such substances are called as sublimes, and the process is called as sublimation. So what is sublimation? It is a process by which a substance directly changes from the solid state to the gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. On heating, without passing through the liquid state. And you should know the examples of some of the sublimes. So the substances which show this process, we call it as sublimes. Examples are iodine, solid carbon dioxide, which you also known as the solid carbon dioxide, which is also known as dry ice, ammonium chloride, camphor. So these are the few examples. Naphthalene balls. So these are the examples of naphthalene balls, dry ice. They sublime at room temperature also. Now what is the reverse process of sublimation? That is a process in which the substances changes from the gaseous state to the solid state directly that we call it as a deposition. The change of state of a substance directly from its gaseous state to its solid state is called deposition. And learn the few examples of deposition also, that is the formation of frost on leaves as well as windows. So this finishes your chapter. These are the different processes by which we can transform the substance from one form to another. So I will be giving the assignments based on this chapter.